So I have to wait for the mail guy to leave so I can start filming my video. I'm still waiting. Oh, there's a cow. That's a cow. That's a cow. Very cute cow, but a cow. Okay. Alright. Hello, my name is Colton River. I'm an aspiring musician and music lover. And I've been doing this song, the 20-minute song challenge now for 2 full months. So this will be the 8th one, 8 weeks. And I've learned a lot in the challenge. A lot about songwriting, especially songwriting in tight spots, improvising and stuff like that, improvising even just whole ideas and things like that, that I had, 3 minutes in which to do it. But there's some things that I've started to come across that I'm not as happy with doing the challenge regularly. In fact, really all I'm doing is wanting to write more complete songs. When I listen to something I wrote in 20 minutes like this, I really found myself wanting to work more on that, and having developed that into like a full song. On its own, in the 20-minute space, it just kind of sounds a little generic, a little like haphazardly borrowed from maybe a Pink Floyd thing, but not really. But it could have been something really interesting on its own if I had fleshed it out, and I want more time to do that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to expand this 20-minute song idea and start producing and writing songs in a full like work week, so like Monday through Friday. I want to start working on these songs and producing better quality versions to see the kind of things that I want to see in my musicianship. After all, the idea of art is kind of to make the things you want to hear, and I'm sort of doing that right now, but I'm also sort of just spending way too much time on that when I could be doing things completely different with my time and making better songs as well. That kind of formatting also allows me to evolve as time goes on with the content of what I'm making in songs, in videos, and everything else. The 20-minute songs are kind of always gonna just fit into that 20-minute song box, and then you can't really go much further out from there other than to add complexity or add vocals or things like that. But at some point, there's a finite amount you can add. So that brings me to the point of saying goodbye to the 20-minute song challenges, and I figured I should do one more final one, complete a 2-month cycle, and then say goodbye to it. And so how do I say goodbye in a fun way to the 20-minute song challenge? Well, a lot of people don't know, but I used to be a metal guitarist in a lot of bands years and years ago. So metal is something that I have a lot of experience with in the genre, play styles, techniques, that kind of stuff. Now, as I've gotten older, I've said goodbye to metal. It just doesn't fit like what I want to hear anymore. It's not as fun for me. And I don't know, maybe it's just childhood versus adulthood kind of thing. However, it seemed fitting to bring it back for this challenge, especially because I know the genre so well that I feel like I can write parts very easily and very quickly for each instrument. Since I have said goodbye to metal, I don't have a ton of metal stuff laying around these days. But I do have a few things that could work. So, with all the old bag of tricks I have, I'm going to try to make this a fun metal song challenge. And as always, the songwriting process is next, the song's at the end, and thank you for watching. First thing I'm going to do is record a drum rhythm. I'm not super concerned with the timing on this. What are you doing? So there we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna record this completely and totally clean, one take. I know I'm just gonna do like a slow intro to let me build chords over it. Go into a standard beat for the for a first part. I'm gonna do a halftime beat for a second part, probably on this thing because it's got a nice decay on it. And yeah, that's the whole plan, is just to do it like that and just kind of let it come out and just probably be super fucking standard shit, but we'll see. It might sound like crap because I haven't played metal drums ever, and also I'm not very practiced at metal, but hey, we'll give it a shot. So here we go. Okay. That was nothing special, but hopefully it gives me a nice little bed to lay my guitars on, which is going to be a lot of power chords and a lot of distortion. We'll go from there. I'm just going to do this and have it done. I'm just going to do it quickly, that kind of stuff. Do a little metal tone. I'm not down tuning or anything. I don't want to fuck with all that. I have just a couple basic ideas from when I was playing the drums. I'm just going to try to implement those seamlessly into hopefully one take, or one take that's not horrific. Yeah, then I'll put a lead guitar over it and drop some bass in with some, I think, minor thirds, and should sound pretty metal. Alright, here we go. Alright, other than that last part, which I'll totally cut out. Pretty good basis for where I'm going to start. So I've got a tone with the BDOD, which I don't really like, but I'm not playing metal anymore, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to, so there's a lot of places in there where shit gets kind of complicated. Or not super complicated, but just, I don't want to have to try to remember what I did mostly. That's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to leave those as just like E power chords. And I'm pretty sure if I just play E, what is it, E, F sharp, or E, G, F sharp, over almost any of it would be fine. For the breakdown part, I'm going to just roll that thing, chugging away. I might try to put in a little like triplets or something, but nothing too crazy. And then at the end, I'm just gonna do the same thing. So yeah, I mean, I was toying with the idea of doing a lead over the beginning, but we'll see. So this is just to beef it up a little bit, make it a little more metally. And yeah, so I'll record this, and then I'm gonna go get some Taifu because it's 6 o'clock, and I'll finish up. So let's bump that right there. Let's get this puppy in hand, and let's get started. Taifu place was closed. So I got Chinese, but Chinese is not Thai food. Before I started bass, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Mainly, hopefully my face is in frame. I'm really hoping that that's the case, because that doesn't look like it is. A couple of things I'm thinking. One, I think I'm right in this whole switching away from the 20-minute song challenge being my primary songwriting exercise to extending it out over a period of time. Mainly because there's some stuff in this song that sounds really good, but, well, I think, I haven't really listened to it all together yet, but I've made some mistakes when I took my thing, and having 1 or 2 takes, maybe 2, just isn't enough to get a good song. And when something sounds really good, like I was absolutely grooving on the halftime breakdown part when I was playing it together, it just seems like a shame to have that, you know, just be 1 take and that's it, it's done. And I really want to explore more of my writing process as I get into it. So I'm pretty sure that this has been a great example for me of why I need to get into doing a different type of songwriting more regularly. Secondly, I may not be saying goodbye to metal as much as I thought I was going to. This has been a lot of fun so far. So just a little aside, I'll start bass now. Get my tones and tunes and all that. Oh, I never tune my guitar. I'm just gonna chug away at it for the most part. All the like the accent guitar lines. Yeah, it should be pretty simple, and let's just do it. Oh, I didn't hit that. Fuck. Well, the song's 2 minutes and like 10 seconds long, so I guess I'll just go to 10:40. The couple things I know, everything's gonna get all the signals I want squished a little bit. Not a ton on the guitars because they're already pretty heavily compressed through, I think, the distortion. And if you look at the waveforms, they're all real even, which is really nice. So I'll probably do that, and I'm gonna look at places where to cut the guitars in and out, and then some EQing. And that's really the long and short of it. And I've got, you know, 11 minutes, so I've got all kinds of time to do this. Let's go. I want the kick way louder, I feel like. Alright, so that gives me some separation there. I'm actually going to maybe separate the 2 guitars just so ever slightly, like to 20 and 20. Alright, so yeah, we're at 15 minutes, tons of time, okay. What is going on? Why does it do that? Yeah, let's put this down like a little bit because it gets a little distracting right there, and then let's bring it back up. Okay, right there the bass gets distracting again. So let's just drop it like a bump here. I don't know when my camera turned off because I forgot I had a 10-minute limit. New camera. But I wanted to say that this was a lot of fun. This is the first time I ever had a challenge where when I hit the timer, I was mostly listening to the song. I forgot to do any like real hard editing, which is kind of awesome because I liked it that much, which is really making me second guess giving up metal first off, or maybe keeping it around to integrate into songs more strategically than just making metal songs. Things like passing metal notes or really heavy interludes like Steve Wilson does or did in Porcupine Tree, that kind of stuff. Maybe I should be reevaluating my me quitting metal, which makes me then wonder, should I reevaluate quitting doing the 20-minute song challenge? And I think yeah, I still think I've learned what I needed to learn from it, and I think at this point the format is more limiting than it is helpful. So maybe I'm wrong, hopefully I'm not, but this song was a blast to write and play. This is by far the most fun I've had playing and recording a song. So I'm really excited about it. Does it sound like dad rock? Yeah, there's some mistakes in there. I think I went to a C sharp minor at one point on a power chord for the main guitar. On the accenting guitar, I went into a G and then into an F sharp. And that does not sound good together at all, but it's there for like half a second. And the rest of it's fun, and that halftime breakdown is just so gritty for a standard tune guitar. Not too bad. So I'm going to be reevaluating the metal thing a little bit. But yeah, so as always, sorry, I'm a little blown away with the whole thing. As always, thank you for watching, and the song is next.